ecstasy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Mindminx Show. I am your favorite Mindminx, and I am with Mixvibes Radio, as I always am. And we are broadcasting live from new Mecca Studios. And I have a multifacetedly talented person with me today.
How's it going? I go by the name of Ganja Killz. You already know, New Mecca. We in the building.
Come closer to the mic. There you go. Hi, Ganja. All right, so do we call you Ganja?
I feel like Ganja's cool.
Ganja's cool?
Yeah, Ganja's cool. I feel like at one point I'm going to end up removing the Killz, and I'm just going to run with Ganja.
Okay.
But for now, keep it.
Well, how how did you come up with your name?
All right, so since I was little, people always call me Killz. That used to be like my gamer tag when I used to play video games.
Okay.
So, but I smoke a lot of weed. So one day we're just high in my room. My boy's like, yo, Ganja. He was like, that should be your name, Ganja Killz. And then after that day, we just ran with it.
Oh, wait, I'm over here letting them look at my face instead of yours.
Nah, yeah.
There he is. That's cool. I love everybody's origin names. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's so freaking cool. All right, really quick, before I forget, because I already almost did, just want to shout out the official sponsor of the Mindminx Show, Absalom, located at 223 DeGraw Avenue in Teaneck, New Jersey, as well as Castro Beats for this amazing beat for the show. Let's talk about, like, when multifaceted, like, when I asked for your bio, thank you for the bio, by the way.
No problem.
Unlike someone else in the room. Just saying. I'm super petty. I'm super petty. I am the most petty person you'll ever meet. So you wear many hats, though. Like, you are writing, you're the artist, you are producing, you're engineering, graphic designing, apparel line. Everything. You're wearing your apparel, yeah?
Yeah.
So you came up with the apparel for the new Mecca?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool. Like, basically, everything that I do now are things that I used to have to pay for before. And it costs a lot. Making music costs a lot.
Sure.
I started making music around 12 years old. So at that time, you want to get studio time. It's almost impossible. You got to ask your parents for money, stuff like that. So I started getting like the little summer jobs, things like that, hustling, selling CDs. My brother was a DJ also. So I used to have to reach out to people, get cover arts and stuff like that. They're trying to charge you $40, $50 to make a whole product, wasting a couple $100. So I started learning all these things. And from there, here I am.
Well, so definitely here you are. And do you find now that it's hard for you to kind of like delegate some of those responsibilities to other people now that you know how to do it? You know your vision, you see it in your mind, and
Can you rephrase that to me a little bit?
Yeah, all right. So let's say you made your cover art for Snapchat.
Yes.
But let's say it is blowing up and you don't have time to if you didn't have time to actually, would you be able to trust someone else to visualize your concept for that?
Yeah, I have a few select people that I feel like I work with, and we have kind of like the same mind state. So if I'm overwhelmed with a lot of artwork, I know I could definitely run clients to Lex or my boy Clutch Beats, because they both do graphics and they're amazing at it. So stuff like that. And when it comes to like clothing designs, I'm really hands-on with that. But mostly right now, I'm focused on making my own designs, and it's all my concepts. I never really reach out to people and ask them for their ideas, because I already have an idea for what I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I find it hard for myself. Like I do all my promos, everything that you see me post, I do. And I had an intern for a little bit.
It's easier to do it yourself.
Right.
If you're capable of doing it yourself, I would advise to do it by yourself.
Yeah, because they weren't able to bring to life the concept that I had in my mind.
Yeah, I hear you.
And there's no amount of times or ways you can explain it to someone else and have them
especially when they don't know you.
Regurgitate what you want.
Because even when it comes to music, there's people that just know my name and they'll send me like beats and they'll be like, hey, like I sent you a beat pack. But then when I hear the beats, I'm like, you obviously didn't listen to my music. Like the beats don't make sense. Like I make party music and you're sending me like super drilled trap beats, which is not
your sound.
Not my sound, exactly. So it's best that's why I make most of my own beats. I already know what I want. Like I already have an idea of like my sound and all that stuff, and graphics, all that stuff. It all goes hand in hand.
So how do you feel that your upbringing? Because let's talk about that. You're originally born in Brooklyn, yeah?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
And you are.
Now I'm in Jersey City.
You're in Jersey City.
Yeah.
And your background, you're Dominican?
My mother's Dominican and my father's from Honduras.
Okay.
But I was born in Brooklyn.
And you make Spanish music too, yeah?
Here and there.
Here and there? Okay.
Not a lot, but I'm slowly starting to get into like the Spanglish vibes and do both because I have roots in both.
Right. How do you feel that the change from Brooklyn? Like when did you move from Brooklyn to New Jersey?
I was about 5 years old when I moved from Brooklyn to Jersey City. So then I started going to school in Jersey City, and I moved to Bayonne when I turned 14. So then I went to high school there, and now I'm 26 years old, back in Jersey City.
Wow. So you feel Jersey City is home?
Yeah, Jersey City is my home. I grew up, the sound, like the music that was made in Jersey City, because they have their own distinct sound. They have, I started off DJing before rapping and everything else. So basically what they do in Jersey City is called Jersey City mixtapes, where they do blends. They'll take acapellas from a love song or something, and they'll take like really gritty beats, like instrumentals that might be like a Jay-Z, and they'll blend it all together. And I always ran with that sound, but then around the age of 14, 15, I started making beats.
Okay.
So I wasn't even thinking about rapping or nothing. I had friends that were rapping, singing, and I was just making beats for them.
So how do you feel your sound has evolved?
A lot, because I started off like really like hip hop, boom bap rapping. I used to love like Mac Miller, so I used to ride with beats like that. But then I started meeting a lot of singers, like Izzy Nice, my boy Casio, Justin Love. There's a few people that I will always be in the studio with them, and I would start trying out those flows, try singing. I sounded like shit at first, but a few years passed and I got the sound down packed, and I ended up making my own sound out of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've gotten to work with a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
Talk, because you put that in your bio, and I was like, that's a lot of names. I'm not even going to tell them to let you talk about that.
Nah, over the years, because I was working in the studio in Elizabeth, my boy Casio had brought me there. There I met Chad B. Chad B's big into like Jersey club music. He went on a world tour with Lumi D for a song called Hit It, and that was the first person I made a Jersey club song with. So that was 2016, I'll say 2016, and then pretty much we left the club. We went to the studio, and we were like, yo, let's make a club song. My boy Clutch Beats made a beat in, I'll say, 5 minutes, and I just jumped in the booth, drunk as fuck, and I freestyled the whole chorus.
Wow.
Freestyled the whole chorus. Chad loved it. We ended up fixing it up. The next day, they called me to come to the studio. DJ Lilman's there. He's a big pioneer Jersey club, probably the biggest. He's like the originator, and he loved the record. He became a part of it. The next day, they're like, yo, we're shooting a video. We got Ynvs Hendrix. The next day, like, we're ready to go. And that song went crazy. That was my first big record right there.
So in 72 hours.
72 hours, we had a whole finished product.
Wow.
Ready with the videographer already on board, and it was a crazy day. That was a crazy day. Got a huge Airbnb, flooded it out with dancers, media, everything. That shit was pretty crazy.
Not for nothing, but like, how do you come up? Like, I understand. Like, you said you were drunk, so I understand. Like, that just happens.
Natural, like it's
right?
natural. Yeah, at a certain point, it's just natural. Like I already know, like whatever comes out of my brain is gonna be fire.
You guys need to be recording yourselves 24/7.
We need a cameraman at all times. At all times. I wish.
But like to come up with a concept. There we go. I'm losing my voice.
Oh, good.
To come up with a concept with a video. Like it wasn't like, you kind of have an idea of this. Literally in one drunken evening, you came up with this entire song.
All right, so basically when it comes to my music, I build like situations out of my choruses. The first thing that comes to my mind is a chorus. And in that chorus, I would build a whole situation, like a whole evening will be set up just by my lyrics. And then the verses is just whatever goes through that moment.
Right. So the story already has itself played out in the song.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The chorus, I set the situation up and you're ready to go. It's just like a empty slate right there for you to just fill in the gaps. I leave you the whole idea ready right there.
Wow.
And that makes it easier for the artist to work with.
Now, have you ever had any professional training, or this is just all?
No. This is just me.
Raw talent.
Yeah, raw talent and me sitting in the studio because I produce, I engineer, I write for people, I do everything. And let's say somebody else is in the session, I'll be there sitting in the back, just vibing and just taking in what I hear. And it's just all these different flows from different artists all the time. And it's just like all in my brain all day. So it's just, I always have an idea of what I could do on any type of beat.
That's pretty cool. I think that's cool. Have you ever felt zero vibe with someone?
100%.
Really?
100%. It happens a lot. Sometimes it'll be somebody brings me to their studio and it's just they didn't listen to my music before and they're just showing me beats that I actually have no interest in. Okay. And sometimes that's all they have. Like some producers can't make beats right on the spot. And that's really how I love to work. Like I want the melody being made right in front of me, and already off that thing. Once the melody is already there, I already got a flow in my mind. I'll start humming something to the producer so he could catch the vibe of how the beat should be produced. Right there, boom. Oh, wow, that should sound like a reggae. Start doing that. Oh, he's rapping. Let's make it a drill beat or a hip hop beat.
Okay.
So it's just building it with the producer.
So it doesn't just stick to one genre then.
Oh, never sticks to one genre. I feel like a lot of people do though, but it's
easy when you find something that works, you stick with it.
Yeah, but sometimes it just gets boring. It's like people already know what to expect from you. Unless you're that dope, people already know what to expect from you, and there's never nothing new. But I like transitioning sounds. Like I would make I'll start something with a super trap beat, and if it's the right BPM, I'll turn it into a Jersey club too, and it'll have like a drastic drop that you would never even expect it. That's what I do with a lot of my records. I try to be so different and blend sounds together and give somebody something new they never heard before.
I love that because it's easy to get comfortable.
Yeah, super easy, but that's when you're just not gonna grow.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the same thing repetitive and everything's gonna sound the same. And that's with anything you do in life.
So, say again how old you are?
I'm 26 years old.
26.
Yes.
Have you hit any kind of a wall, like, damn, I just need a break? Like, it seems like your mind is going 24/7.
For sure.
And you haven't?
Yeah, I've definitely gone on like 2 months hiatus and not work on anything. And I feel like everybody needs that. Like, you don't want to crash and burn and just give really bad quality work just because you're going through it when you could just take a step back and get focused again.
Love it. So you have a song out now that we're not going to play. So sorry, you guys are going to have to look them up. Ganja Killz NJ on Instagram, and I'm sure you have the links on there.
Yes.
But it's doing really well. Snapchat is playing on Hot 97 on 105.1. That's amazing.
And that's the start of it. Shout out to my brother Conan, Ynvs Shampoo. Appreciate everything y'all do for me. I've been cool with them since I was 14 years old.
Really?
So I've been around them I've been around the industry stuff since I was a kid. It's dope. Now that we finally got a big record that's really moving how it is. We dropped it about, I would say, 3 months ago. 2 or 3 months ago. And it's been on the radio every single day since it dropped.
Nice.
Yeah. We just shot the video 2-3 weeks ago. Shout out to Pressure Online. The video should be out next week. The song's going crazy. It's amazing. And we didn't even put any promo behind it, really. It's just doing this natural thing.
You guys performed it at the All Eyes on Me experience,
yes, we
too,
did, yes.
last month.
Yeah, they showed love over there.
I feel like it was a special birthday present.
Yeah, the song's going crazy.
No,
right
it was
now.
great. It sounded great.
It's a blessing.
And again, that video, because I keep going back, like, that concept that was already in your mind. Like, how is it when you're collaborating with someone when it comes to creative stuff like that?
I don't know. It's dope. It's like that day I actually made that beat. So I made that beat. We were just vibing. We were looking through a whole bunch of other beats that people had sent us before that song, and we just couldn't catch a vibe to it. We ended up going to the liquor store, got a little bottle, came back, drank a little bit, then started making something new. I probably made that beat in, I'll say 15, 20 minutes, 20 minutes the most. And Conan was already super hyped, jumping around, had a little vibe to it. And I thought Izzy actually mixed and mastered that record. I thought he was gonna be a part of the record at first.
Okay.
But he was like, nah, I'm just chilling. I'm like, all right, bet. So I started writing a chorus, came up with the chorus probably like 8 minutes. Conan already had his verse. He just jumped in right after. And
so again, it was like another...
It was natural. It was like,
yeah.
We didn't overthink the record at all. It just came to us, and within the hour, we had the whole song done.
Have you ever found, I heard this once, that when there was a collaboration between some major artists, it was like, Kanye and Eminem or whatever, and they all had to come up with their parts. And when they heard Eminem's, they were like, fuck this shit, now we got to redo this again.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever been in a collaboration where you're like, I'm in love with what I just did, but you heard your collab and I was like, fuck, now I got to go back and do this over?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Izzy Nice. He was the first person that ever made me feel like that.
Really?
One time, yeah, I felt like I didn't go hard enough on the record, and he just started snapping. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go back into my notes real quick and redo this. And sometimes it's like, let's say let's say we're just in two different corners and we're just already writing to the beat. We're not talking, putting together ideas, and then we're just not on the same page as each other. And I would just have to like
adjust.
Yeah, adjust and get on
Is that
page.
is that like a hard stop and redo for you, or is it something you can naturally do?
Nah. I feel like I do that a lot. Like sometimes I'll just be doing a song. I already have a chorus written, and I'll just be like, that's not it anymore. Or I might lose the flow or something, and I'll have to just start again. But I feel like I do that a lot.
Yeah.
So
you don't scrap the stuff that...
Oh my God, you should sit down in the studio with me. I literally open up sessions that I did like 2 weeks prior, and I'm like, I go through it, I listen to it, I'm like, nah, that shit's ass, delete.
Really?
Delete. I'll just throw out sessions. I'll just throw away sessions, and people are like, nah, no, I don't like it.
Wow.
I'll scrap it, yeah. For real,
Wow.
I'll scrap that entire idea.
And you already have a large catalog, so imagine all of the stuff that just never made the cut.
A lot. And it's crazy because I have like 4 hard drives of music. Like, it's crazy. My producer has a hard drive full of my music. There's stuff that we lost. B Merc just had a hard drive full of music of ours that we just lost. So it was just so many things, but it's crazy because I have music from 2016 that I'll go through the hard drive and I'll be like, what the fuck is this? I don't even remember the song, but it's an amazing song. So those are like songs that I'm gonna end up trying to bring back to life.
Okay.
Eventually.
Well, great question. So you're listening to something you completely forgot about. You think it's great. What would you tweak, or would you even tweak to adapt it to today? Because 2016 is like
2016.
Whole
Let's say like
generation.
that, like. Those, like, making the beats back then, we have completely different sounds now, like certain sounds, VSTs that we use for the beats that we just need to update now, like, because we'd be like, fuck, I sucked at making beats at this time. The lyrics are dope, but the beat is still trash. So we would just go to work on it. I probably don't sound the same anymore.
Sure.
things like that.
How old are you in 2016?
2016, shit, I don't even know. I was probably like...
Not 20 yet, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably not even 20 yet. I don't even know. I can't even think of the math right now.
When you listen to some of your older stuff, like when you were younger, do you like laugh to think like, this was my 15-year-old brain?
I'll go look me up on SoundCloud.
Yeah?
My old songs. I haven't posted a new song on SoundCloud in at least 7 years. So it's just a whole bunch of old stuff that I refuse to delete because I feel like I need to hear my growth. A lot of people I know, they'll delete all those songs. They're like, no, I sounded like shit. I don't want people to find that when I blow up. I'm like, no, I want them to find that stuff because I want to hear the change.
It wasn't you? I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good.
It was somebody. He's lying to me. He is 100%.
That's probably the computer.
Okay. All right, that we won't get mad at.
No, okay.
I love that because you want to know what? Like, was the subject content?
It was different.
It was different?
Yeah, it was always different. I felt like I had more to prove. I was more like, coming up, I wanted to be like a hardcore rapper.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a hardcore rapper. Now I sing on shit and cry on songs.
So that's an evolution.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool, the album,
Yeah,
Evolution of Ganja.
Yeah, it's dope because now, like, working with all these different artists, now I have a whole different perspective on records. Now I want to work with people that are like super pop stars. I want to work with whoever wrote for Justin Bieber, like people like that have like an amazing content. Because I write for females too.
Okay.
I make a lot of R&B songs for girls, stuff like that. I like making pop music.
I introduced Izzy and Lex to somebody who could definitely be of value to you for that.
Dope.
Jimmy Greco. Shout out to Jimmy.
Shout out to Jimmy.
He's a huge friend of the show and of mine, and great resource, especially if you want to go that route.
Dope, yeah, of course.
But I want to hear the song because obviously we're not going to play Snapchat.
Okay.
So talk about your song that we're going to hear.
Okay, so this song is called Like a Pro. It's an unreleased record that I have that I might drop next. I'm thinking of actually putting a little EP together. Not sure, like a little snack pack, a couple records that I feel like I should just drop and keep it moving with Snapchat because they are Jersey Club songs. And I feel like just because that song is moving the way it is, I should hit them with another Jersey Club song.
Sure.
Give them that vibe. Keep them dancing.
All right, so let's listen to what's
Like
the
a
name?
Pro.
Like a Pro.
Which is also produced by me.
There we go.
Let me see you pop that. Pop it like a pro for me. Games you need to stop that. Baby, arch your back, drop it down and make it bounce, bounce, bounce. Hit the barrel, got a couple rounds. Make it rotate. Let me see you pop that. Pop it like a pro for me. Games you need to stop that. Baby, arch your back, drop it down and make it bounce, bounce, bounce. Hit the barrel, got a couple rounds. Bust it for me like a pro. Said she wanna come and party, bring it, girls, I bring my bros. Got some ganja we can smoke. I been waiting on you, tryna break that shit in half. Come and bouncing for the kid, girl, come and show it, make it mad, baby. Baby girl, I know you want me how I want you for real. We could take it to the bedroom, lay it on you for real. We got litty till the morning, yeah, we party hard. Come and take it all like it was Mardi Gras, yeah. Make it rotate, let me see you pop that. Pop it like a pro for me, games you need to stop that. Baby, arch your back, drop it down and make it bounce, bounce, bounce. Hit the barrel, got a couple rounds. Make it rotate, let me see you pop that. Pop it like a pro for me, games you need to stop that. Baby, arch your back, drop it down and make it bounce, bounce, bounce. Hit the barrel, got a couple rounds. Arch it for me, baby, I just wanna come and take control. Baby, I could get you wetter than you diving off a boat. Pop it back and make it bang, and now I got you super soaked. I could tell you really like me, I could feel it in your throat. Baby girl, I know you want me how I want you for real. We could take it to the bedroom, lay it on you for real. We got litty till the morning, yeah, we party see you pop that. Pop it like a pro for me, games you need to stop that. Baby, arch your back, drop it down and make it bounce, bounce, bounce. Hit the barrel, got a couple rounds. Make it rotate, let me see you pop that. Pop it like a pro for me, games you need to stop that. Baby, arch your back, drop it down and make it bounce, bounce, bounce. Hit the barrel, got a couple rounds.
I was too busy listening to the song. I was completely not ready.
Yeah, but that's like a pro by your boy Ganja Killz, also produced by Ganja Killz.
So it's 100% yours.
100% mine.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I love that it technically premiered here.
Premiere here.
Yeah.
Nobody's heard it yet.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's an exclusive. Hopefully when it blows up, you guys I'll send you guys a plaque.
That'd be awesome. But let's talk about that because you are making numbers, man. You just said that Snapchat had 7,000 hits on Shazam.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's insane. So I could just imagine how many times they're playing it now. I don't even want to look at the stats right now. Like, I want it to just go crazy and be surprised about what it does because I already know it's moving.
That must feel awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know it's happening.
Yeah, I know it's happening, and it's crazy. Like, we've been at all these events recently. Since the song dropped, we've been going to all these events, performing it. They want us to perform it everywhere. It's crazy.
Well, shout out to Shampoo and Conan
Shampoo,
of
Conan.
Ynvs.
Yeah, man.
And
crazy song.
so obviously that's what's going on. What's coming up next for you?
Right now I'm just building my catalog again, just getting records, just trying to see what's the next one to run with, because I'm gonna let Snapchat do its thing. Get on all these blogs, and just preparing myself to hit them with something even bigger than that.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So thank you. All right. So thank you for being on. Again, this is Ganja Killz. We can find him on Instagram, all the socials, I'm sure. And it's a brand new week, so go own it and mind your favorite minx and join us next time.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.